Hello. I think of it. Yes, amazing. Oh, and the sound levels are all spot on. That is what we like to see. How's it going? It's been a while. I'm not ill anymore, which is nice. I was, yeah, pretty rough for a while there, but now back on good form. We're back. We're doing more Godot. I want to try and get a bit of a game loop in today. We're gonna sort out some issues with the UI. Gonna integrate. I say integrate. I mean implement some better approach for handling events and stuff. Because at the moment it's a bit messy. Not gonna lie, and I want it to be a more like cohesive, better architecture. We're going to put some new enemies in because building enemies is super straightforward now. Yeah, I think it should be fun. Plenty of stuff to figure out. So before I get too scrambled, let's jump right into it, shall we? I think as well, let's switch up this music a bit because I'm gonna get sick of the Yeti caves. Oh yes. There we go. Welcome in. Welcome. Excuse me. Right. So let's refresh our memories as to where we were last time. We had the player. We've got these bullet boys sliding about the place. The player can shoot. We've got some hit stop. We've got some nice juicy bullets. Screen shake. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I quite like what we've got going on here. What I think I want to do, so yeah, things we need to do. We need to make it so that when the player dies, we get some kind of game over. That's going to be quite important. I also need to put in some, like, I guess like a wave manager would be good. It would probably also be good if we made a way to track enemy bullets properly, so we can like define some damage data or some hit data that you know, specifies like what things a given hurt box can damage or what layers we want it to affect or something, because I don't particularly want the player to be able to shoot itself, and I don't really want the enemies to be able to shoot each other either. So that's definitely something to look at. I also want to make it so that the player gets some knockback when it takes damage from something, because I think, you know, a bit of knockback's good. Decoupling the bullets or the weapon from the player class, actually just having some kind of separate thing that we can use for that. Yeah, plenty of stuff to do. And honestly, I don't really know where I want to start. We could start in a lot of different places. So I mean, I literally haven't touched this since the last live stream as well. This is all as it was. I've just been not doing anything, basically. I am feeling much better now. I'm not 100% still. I've still got like a bit of a tickle in my throat, a bit of a blocked nose every now and then, but I'm, you know, don't have a temperature anymore. Don't have... I can speak and I don't feel like I want to just die. So it's constantly, so it's definitely a step up from where I was at the start of the week and tail end of last week for sure. Okay, so I want to I'm gonna start with our pulse cube enemy. I want to actually stop it from shooting bullets. I don't want it to shoot anymore. But I do want to have some like this bullet module thing that we've got that's doing all firing out the bullets. I want to extract that to its own separate node, and then I want to create like a have that as a child component, basically, or a child node of anything that we want to be able to shoot bullets, so we can give it some method call like trigger shot and just move stuff across. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go into my scripts folder. We are going to make a new script, and I'm going to call it I guess bullet shot component. Yeah, bullet shot component. Or bullet shooter component. Let's do that. Let's call it that. It's going to be a node. We don't need it to inherit from anything other than node. That's fine. Class name. Oh, I want to give it a class name. We'll sort that out later. But yeah, we're going to create this like that. Bullet shooter component. So, like I said, we're going to have a function which will be fire bullets or trigger shot. Let's call it trigger shot. And let's make sure that I'm using proper naming conventions. That's another thing that I've been doing actually, like between being rough as and like being better, you know, recovering in progress. I've been working on what's a majignet? Tilelands. My game Tilelands, and it should be going out in the next 2 weeks. So if you haven't already, make sure to wishlist it. There is a link in the description. It would mean a lot. It's a cozy little game. If anyone's interested, we can take a look. And that's a Unity project, not a Godot project. So it's a bit separate to what we're doing today, but interesting nonetheless. Let's go ahead and grab some more bits. Pulse cube. So I want to we're going to have a bullet prefab. Yeah. Whoops. I need to close some of my scripts. This is getting a bit ridiculous. There we go. So we're going to have the bullet prefab and the shot count that we want. We could probably also have some export var angle, fire angle offset, which I will set to I think 90 by default. I think that's what we ended up with in here when we were doing the fire bullets method. Yeah, so this 90 here, I want to change that with the bullet offset. So actually we can just copy paste this right now and splonk it into our trigger shot method. Bullet direction transform.x. So yes, we want to pass in some transform, which is going to be a node 2D. Fantastic. And then we can use transform.global position. Oh, actually, I'm going to rename this not transform. We are going to call it parent. No, that's not. Source. Let's call it source. Source. There we go. So then we can do source.transform.position. Oh no, locked out your Steam account. That is not ideal. It is on Steam. There is a demo on itch.io as well though. That said, it is quite outdated. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Come on, Option S to save the script. But yeah, if you were interested in trying it out, it's close enough to how the final game is. So, give it a download, completely free. Leave me some feedback and let me know what you think. Yeah. Right, here we go. We will do this as fire angle offset. Very good, very nice. And actually, let's give this a class name. Class name bullet shot component. Cool. There was something else I was going to do as well, actually. In the player, we've got our health as a health component. Yeah, I wanted to figure out why my autocomplete isn't working for like health component related stuff. Because we know we're getting it as a health component, but it's not giving us any of the the autocomplete things. And that's just super annoying. So I would love to know why that isn't doing the thing. And it might be something to do with custom classes in Godot. Actually, here we go. Let's do this sensible class name. There we go. How to use static typing. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. We've got all of that. You can use 3 types of classes: built-in classes, core classes, and nodes, or your own custom classes. Look at the new class name feature. Custom variable types. That's cool. If you use class name, Godot registers it as a class in the editor. You can use it anywhere without having to preload it into a constant. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. So I want to know about autocomplete with that. Oh, you can give it custom items as well. Icons even. That's nice. That's very nice. I like that. If you want to use extends, you can keep them both on the same line. So perhaps I need to just move this up to there. So we've got class name, health component, extends, node 2D. I mean, I don't see why that should be the case though. Like, that feels janky. Yeah, no, we still don't get anything back for that. I'm not gonna stress about it right now. We'll come back to it later. Let's finish doing our fire bullet stuff here. So I was going to remove the fire bullets method completely from the pulse cube enemy because I don't want it to do bullet firing. I just want it to rotate and then move. That's fine. Yeah, that's all good. So I can now remove this all from here, like so. Knockback impulse. Yep, we still want that because we want to get knockback on there. Da 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 da. Cool. So I just want the rotation now to be more of a, like, to lerp basically. So we'll have some like var target rotation equals global rotation plus this. Like so. And then we can say I guess global rotation equals this method's only getting called once though. Can I set angular velocity on a character body 2D? No, I can't. Because yeah, what I'm doing here with setting the velocity, we can with you know, we're getting a value and then we're decreasing the velocity over time to make it slow down. So I want to do a similar thing with the rotation. I want to update basically our target rotation, have it rotate towards that, and then when it stopped rotating, it can poof forwards. Or maybe I don't even need to do that. Maybe I can just have it squish instantly and we'll just do a little animation. I almost like the sound of that more. Yeah, bun it. We're going to do that. So let's go ahead and give this guy an animator. I can leave all that the same. Not working pulse, blah, blah, blah. Hit flash. Yep. We are going to on ready var character animator equals $. And I'll tell you what, let's actually go ahead and create this animator. Animation player, create. We'll call this character animator. Beautiful. And then all I want to do on this character animator, let's go ahead and actually make the animation, which is just going to be a sort of yeah, so we'll squish flat and then pull inwards, so it's almost like you know, as if you were doing a jump. It's almost like that kind of motion. So let's go ahead and create a new animation, which I will call pulse, I guess. And we are going to animate the scale of our graphics. So we're going to start off with the X. We're going to make this 1.3, I think. And then 0.7. Going to use reset. And then we'll jump ahead. Make this 0.5. 1.5. Whoops, I forgot to keyframe it. Probably a good idea to do that. Whoops. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Keyframe. And then we can have it basically slide back to its normal 1 by 1 at this position. That's way too slow. Ooh. In fact, I think I want it to squish back down a little bit here. So we're going to go to like 0.9, 1.1. Other way around, 1.1 by 0.9, like that, and then we get a little bit of, yeah, that's better. That's better. It is going to be how many seconds long? 0.5. Boop. Maybe I'll make it 0.75 and I'll just shift these along. Whoop. Come on. Shift these along. Because part of me is kind of thinking maybe I want to have it start out at 0, 0. No, let's not. Leave it as it is. Stop overthinking. Save that. And then we can go on to our script and we can simply say on trigger move, we'll update our rotation, and then we're going to do character animator dot play pulse. So now we should get some slightly more juicy. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of cool. I think I've scaled it wrong though. Because X is forwards, isn't it? Oh, they're hitting into each other as well. That's quite funny. Yeah, I've got the scaling wrong. So Y is not forwards. X is forwards. Everyone remember that. X is forwards. Let's go ahead and make that fixed, shall we? So I want you to be 1.3. You're going to be 0.7. Let's not link you. 0.7. This one's going to be... Wait a minute. Have I just changed all of them? Oh, damn it, I have as well. Let's not change all of them, shall we? There we go. 1.3. Nope, not linked. 1.3. 0.7. This one. 1.45. 0.65. 1.1. 0.9. And 1.1. Cool. Let's check that. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. So now it looks like they're kind of grouping along. So easy to add. And the fact that it all works with the animation for the hit stop as well, because we've just got them as different layers, that is just beautiful. I'm really appreciative of that as a feature in Godot. Cool. So we want to make sure that they don't start squished. I can't remember how I fixed that. I think it's, is it just that? Does it just set it to reset track by default? Nope. Yeah, I can't remember how I did it on the Hit Flash player. Reset. Oh, I know what it's going to be. It's going to be on this, on the reset. I just need to set that to 1.1. Yeah, there we go. Let's play. Let's have a look. No, so that should have been it. That should have been it. Graphics scale on the reset track 1.1. Have I got it set to... No, it's 1.1 in here. Yeah, on the pulse it's starting there, isn't it? But it definitely should be reset. I mean, maybe let's just do... Is there a... I wonder. I mean, that should do it though. That should do it. Is there a character animator.reset? Reset on save. That's not what I want. Well, I guess I could just play reset. Whoops. Yeah, that's done it. Cool. They look and feel very fun. I'm chuffed with that. Cool. Whoops. That's not the button I meant to hit. Ah. There we go. So, oh, what do I want to do now? What do I want to do next? I'm honestly not sure, you know. I could... I mean, probably spawning enemies is not a bad shout. For which I'm going to refer back to the getting started first 3D game. Because there's a whole nice little section on spawning monsters within a region. Which I can't for the life of me remember. Path 3D. Ah, yeah, and it would spawn things along the path 3D. Yeah, path follow node as a child, and then that, yep. And that then you can use to pick a random point on the path. Yeah, random progression ratio. Yeah, okay, that's all coming back, and then it's just a case of spawning, adding it as a child, blah, blah, blah. Pressing F6. Cool. And stuff spawns. Sweet. So... What the... Ugh. My YouTube is doing that thing again where it takes me back to a random point in the stream, and I can't tell where I actually am. Before I do spawning, actually, I'm going to create another type of enemy. Because I feel like that's what I want to do. I want to have one that will, like, just turn and shoot at the player, more or less. I also want to give the player a dodge ability, so let's do that. I am all over the place. Question is, do we use the right mouse button or do we use the shift button? I feel like we should probably use the shift button, but right mouse button feels kind of nice. I could almost have it as like a dash attack type thing, so you right click and yeah, I'm gonna do that. And we are going to have to do a bunch of refactoring in here, actually, because I'm using my health component all wrong with, like, signals and all that jazz. So we don't actually want these methods listening to the health component as such, I don't think. We just want to... Where? Nah, I am being a dummy. Right, okay, come on. Let's be smart about this. So, I would like to create a... I kind of want to create like a basic enemy scene that just has like, because every enemy is going to be able to live and die, blah, blah, blah. So I should be using inheritance in some regard, as far as that's concerned. Rather than having to rebuild everything from scratch and all the rest of it, they should all have this basic like enemy class that's got functions for how it can live and die. Or maybe I don't want to do that. I'm aware that the deeper I get into it, the more messy it's going to get. Yeah, bun it. We can afford to be messy. Let's go ahead and make a new scene. It's going to be a 2D scene. Wait, I want to use a character body 2D. This is going to be... Oh, maybe I don't want it to be a character body 2D. No, I don't. I just want it to be a static body 2D. This is going to be my turret. Triangle. Turret. Oh no, let's maybe make it a hex turret. Hex turret enemy. Yeah, cool. And we're going to build this more or less in the same kind of way as we've built our other thing. I'm just going to close a whole bunch of stuff. So our pulse cube enemy 2D, here it is. Our hex turret enemy, we need a physics collider, collision shape 2D. which we're going to call Physics Collider. I have my hit flash scene, I think. I don't have my hit flash scene. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, I do have my hit flash scene. There we go, hit flash. I want a hit flash in there. That's not going to do anything at the moment. What else do I need in here? I need the graphics, obviously, and a health component. So let's plonk in our health component. Health, 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 health. Oh, I haven't made that as a scene. It's just a node. Health component. There we go. You need a shape. I'm not going to give you a shape yet. We're going to make a node 2D, which is going to be our graphics. I think I just want it to be called graphics, don't I? Yeah. We'll plonk our trail particle. No, we won't, because it's not going to move. I'm going to pop in the sprite, which means I need a sprite 2D. And I need to make sure I get the name right because, yeah, body. Body. And then we can have our hitbox and hurtbox underneath this. There's the hitbox, child of body. Nope, just a child of graphics, and hurtbox, also child of graphics. Yep, and we'll set up the colliders for those. That is everything. Fantastic. Let's pop a sprite onto this. I wanted to use the hexagon, didn't I? There it is. What scale did I have the body at? I do have the hurtbox and the hitbox as children of the body. Oh yeah, of course, because if I change the scale of the graphic, then I want to change the scale. But I'm doing that in the parent anyway, so doesn't matter. 0.045. Let's do that. So yeah, we can see this is our screen space that we've got here, and this is the size of our hex turret. So this is also going to be where I use my bullet component thing. So actually we can go ahead and add this bullet shot component. We can set the bullet prefab to our enemy bullet. I want the count to be 6 because it's a hexagon. And the fire angle offset, I'll put at 0 for now. And all we'll do is have a timer on this, which can have a wait time of like, I don't know, 2.5 seconds. We'll have auto start set to true. It won't be one shot because we want it to keep firing continuing. Yo, Barnacle's back. How's it going? Hope you had a good shower. We are setting up a new enemy because I wanted to do that before I set up spawning. We're making a hexagonal turret. Let's go ahead and set up our collision shapes. You can be a convex polygon. We'll go ahead and edit this as well. We're going to have 6. Is there any way that I can edit this in a more intuitive manner? Packed vector to array. Can I? 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2. I want to be able to see it. Show helpers? Nope. I'm going to turn off the rulers for now. Keep the guides. Keep origin. Keep the viewport. Oh, what's that? Ah, creates a group. Okay. Good to know. Lock selected nodes. Pan mode, ruler mode. Show list of selectable nodes. Don't care about that. What's polygon-based shapes are not meant to be used, not edited directly through. Please use collision polygon node instead. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Sweet, let's use a collision polygon then in that case. Enough said. Collision polygon node 2D. That makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. So what do you need? An empty has no effect on the collision. That's fine. I want you to have 6 points. There we go. And now I can go ahead and put these in places. Somehow, please. -10. -15. Whoops. Is there no way I can... There we go. Can I move you, please? Ah! Oh, I see. Okay. So if I have this, can I just like click add element? I want this to be here, and then here, and then here. Like this, and then can I... No, that hasn't added anything. Bruh. This is super finicky. Also, how do I want to, I feel like I've got some snapping going on here. Either that or it's just being like super laggy, which also feels like it could be the case. Because yeah, like, what is this? Reset this. What are we looking at here? Like 15. Let's do 14. I think 14 makes sense. So then you can be... Not 14 on Y. 12. Whoops, wrong one. Yeah, that works. 7.5. Just 7. Cool. Here we go. Making progress. Right. 12 again. -7. And then we want 0. You're going to be -14. -12. -7. Well, that just doesn't make sense. That's because that should be -7. You should be -12. There we go. Getting there, getting there. And then you're going to be +7, -12. Fantastic. Right. Oh. That took way too much effort. I want to copy you. Can I copy you, please? Or save you? I guess not. Now we've got to do the same thing. Oh. Same thing on these ones. Unless I want, no, it's got to be as a child, doesn't it? Because it gets it. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, super speed. 14, 0, 7, 12, -7, 12, -14, 0, -7, -12, 7, -12. Fantastic. Finally this one, 6, 14, 7, 12, -7, 12, -14, -7, -12, -7, no, +7, -12. Fantastic. Let's make a script. Hex turret enemy. I want to save this in my scripts folder. Create. So this one, we are going to have an onReady fire component equals bullet shot component onReady hit flash player equals hit flash player. Am I doing these wrong? Yes, I am, because I'm forgetting to type var. And I have got those like that as well. Good stuff, good stuff. I don't think I even need a reference to the fire component, actually. I do want to export some things, though, so I'm going to export a float for our rotation speed, which by default, let's have that equal to, I don't know, 25. I think that's fine. And then in process, we're just going to say rotation plus equals rotation speed times delta. Yep, that's fine. And then our timer. Actually, I think that's everything for this one. We just want to add a callback on our timer for timeout on the bullet shot component. No, I don't want to put it on there. I do want to put it on the hex terror enemy on timer timeout. So I do want a reference to fire component, and then in here we will simply say fire component dot fire, or whatever I called it. Trigger shot. And we'll pass in this. Is it just get node? Self. Amazing. One last thing I want to make sure that I've got right is on this, I want to ensure that we are using, yes, we are using the transform of the hexagon thing, because that way when it rotates, it's going to be good. And then actually in ready, I'm going to say rotation speed. Let's say if rand I is greater than or equal to, what does rand I give me? Returns a random random integer. Yeah, okay. So I could do rand I mod 100. Yeah, sure, let's do that. If rand I mod 100 is greater than or equal to 50, so basically a 50% chance that we are going to invert the rotation speed. Nice and simple, that should be good. I set up the bullet shot component with all the things, didn't I? Yep, got the enemy bullet. So let's go back to our main scene and replace a couple of our pulse cubes. Delete those with a couple of our hexes. And see if we've got... Okay, they are spinning very quickly. Oh my gosh. That is definitely not what we want to happen. So this is why I was spawning bullets as a child of the root node and not as a child of the thing. Because yeah, they should not be getting rotated. Question is, why has that started happening? Because I'm pretty sure... Oh, because we're adding sibling. I don't want to add a sibling, do I? I want to do get tree dot root. Dot add child. That should do it. We also need to make sure that we go onto our body and set the material to be our hit flash material. That should do it. I can try my best to explain what's going on. Oh, look at that. Look at that. There we go. Way. So we now have our turrets shooting things out, but they're rotating way too fast. So I'm setting up a new enemy, which is a hexagonal turret. I want it to basically spin slowly. And yeah, as it spins slowly, we are going to have it fire bullets out, pretty much. Every now and then. There we go. That's a little bit better. Still a bit fast though, and it doesn't look like we're inheriting the rotation on the shot. Oh, to make sure this is a float, so I can set it to like 0.25 instead of 25. And I've also got the issue that bullets are now being instantiated here instead of as a child of the entities layer or as a sibling of the parent. Ah, there we go. That's an idea. Because the shot component is a... Yeah, so we can do... Rather than get tree.root, we can do... Is there like a get parent? There is. Fantastic. So yeah, I can just add a sibling to the parent. That's good. Now we get shadows. The things are rotating well slow. But bullets are still just shooting out in a flat. Oh no, they're just firing out the corners. Great, 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 great. There, let's add a little angle. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be 360 divided by 6. 60. Cool. So we can set the fire angle offset to 60. Save that up, and I have got something wrong here, and it's that I haven't got my hitbox set up. I need to add in my callbacks, don't I? Because I think on the pulse cube, yeah, we got on hitbox hit. We do all this stuff, and actually we can have the. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to change some stuff. Because at the moment, right. So at the moment, the way that I've set things up, I'm going to switch to my face cam so I can explain this, because it's always like nicer when I can have my face looking at the camera a bit closer. So I think, if I remember correctly, the way that I've set this up is in my player, in my player scene, I'm not actually... Oh no, I am calling health.change health. Good. So yeah. I don't need any of this. No, I do need that. I don't need this. Don't need those. And I don't need those, because we don't need to fire them off. We're just going to be doing stuff. Oh, wait, yeah. I do need those. I do need those. There we go. Oh no, my brain is all over the place. I'm gonna say I'm still suffering a little bit. So yeah, what I've done, if I remember correctly, is that the player has it's all set up to brain back here. The player, where's the player? There's the player. The player is set up for the health component, or the hitbox, sorry. On hitbox hit, where are we looking for this one? Yeah, so that fires off onto the player. And then, yeah, the player handles changing its own health. Plays the hit flash, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. So I want to do the same thing on here. I want my hitbox on hit, on the hex turret. I want this then to do our hit flash. That should be fine. I think that's what I did on this one as well. And we added some knockback, but I'm not putting knockback on the turrets. I just want them to get hit. So we should now have turrets that shoot out bullets from their flat faces. That looks like it's still coming out from the corners. It's very hard to tell. Let me do some little testing real quick. I'm going to set the rotation speed of this one to 0. And I'm going to see where these bullets come from. They're coming from the corners. They should not be coming from the corners. Whoops. Oh, every time. Fire angle offset, yep, that's fine. Oh yeah, of course, I don't want to add 60. Oh, what's it gonna be? 30. I think it would be, is what I want on this one, not 60. So this component is a new component that I've made, which will basically, we can send a message to it and it will shoot a bullet or shoot some bullets, and it will fire out that number of bullets equally spaced with a given offset angle. Yeah, there we go. And we've got here Flash working on this thing as well. Sick. Cool. And we've just come up to an hour. Fantastic. So let's make enemies die, shall we? What I want to do first and foremost is create a new auto load class, which I'm going to call event bus global event bus. Whoop. Let's do that. I don't want it to go in the scripts. Cancel. Clear. Add. There we go. Global event bus in the scripts folder. Create. And this is literally just going to be a like a hub for holding signals. So I don't think we even need it to extend anything. I think we literally can just have signal like on enemy died, signal on game paused, stuff like that. Signal spell. I think that should be okay. And then what we can do on our hex turret or on other enemies, where am I going? Hex turret. I don't really like the architecture that I've got going on here, where I've got this health component that has an on death signal. I don't think I want this on death signal. I just want to know when health changes and when max health changes. And then I don't need this check. I can just send it back. Or well, yeah, we'll just get it sent back when the health changes. Yeah, that's probably fine. And we can access max health, current health, all the rest of it. So on our pulse cube enemy, it's got a health component. I'm going to give it a max health of 5. Arbitrarily, we will... Oh, wait, no, I don't want to do the pulse cube right now. I want to do the turret. Turret can have 5. Health component, we are going to give you a health of 5. We are going to have a reference to our health component on ready var health equals health component. Oops. Dollar health component. So we're setting up enemy death now, is what we're getting onto. Making it so that our enemies can die. And then on this hitbox, we will simply say health dot change health -1. Eventually it will be stuff about the hurt box. We'll create some damage factor to go through there. And then we can do a check to say if health dot current health is less than or equal to 0, we will kill the enemy. So we are, of course, going to do global hit. No, not global hit stop. Of course, I need to give it a class name. Or maybe I do need it to extend node. There we go. Everything should extend node. So this is global event bus. Global event bus dot on enemy died dot mit. Eventually we'll probably want to pass in the enemy that died, which means we definitely want a base class for the enemy so that we can have some inheritance, have some consistency, and then we will QUE free on our enemy here so that the enemy actually dies. Eventually we'll also put in some, you know, death effect. Theoretically, our hex enemy should now die if we shoot it 5 times. Ooh. Invalid index, current health. On health component, can I do that? Stop, play again. No, still invalid index, current health. Oh, ha, can't spell. Health. Save. Not current heath. Yeah, sweet. The enemy died. Cool. Very nice indeed. So this same logic we can theoretically transfer over into our pulse cube enemy, but realistically that's not what I want to do. I want to create a I don't want to create a base class though, because some of them are inheriting from different things. This is why software architecture is such a ball ache. It's just not where it's at. So I'll tell you what, I've set out to do what I said I was going to do, which is having all of our or having another enemy ready. So let's go ahead and actually set up spawning. This is going to be health component. Save that. I'm going to go ahead and copy all of this stuff from here into there. So now all of our enemies should be able to die. Let's go ahead and make some spawning, shall we? So I would like to make a particle system that kind of does a whoosh into the middle, and then the enemy spawns in from the center of it, so that we get a bit of you know, my brain, what am I trying to say? We get a bit of juice and indication that the enemy is coming in. So let's go ahead and create a new scene, which is going to be, I think static body is probably fine. We might even be able to just have it, actually, yeah, we might even be able to just have it as a particle, which I'll use GPU particles, because GPU, we will call it enemy spawn indicator, and we will create a new particle process material, and let's go ahead and start designing this particle effect, shall we? So Oh, this stops when I move the mouse. That's annoying. I would like it to be in a ring. I would like the ring radius to be like 5. Maybe 10? No, probably not actually. I need to think about the size of an enemy in here. So let's go ahead and just pull in pulse cube enemy as a child. So we've got something like for scale reference. Cool. Yeah, ring is fine. Ring radius we can definitely up to like 25. Maybe even bigger, 50. Yep, that's cool. Oh no, maybe we do want it to not be that big because I want the inner radius to be... Yeah, that's probably more like it. Direction, gonna have a 0. Can I have spread at 0 as well? That makes literally no difference. That's fine. Gravity, I don't want any gravity. Cool. Orbital velocity. Not 5, 1. Probably not even that much. 0.25, let's go with. Yes, nice. And then radial acceleration. I want to accelerate slowly inwards. So we're going to make a curve like this. Or not? Is that not? Oh, is it not going to be radial acceleration? I guess not. I guess not. Let's reset this then. Linear acceleration? Tangential acceleration. No, not tangential acceleration. Definitely isn't linear acceleration. Definitely isn't radial acceleration. Come on, it's got to be something. I'm going to have this curve go from... max value 0, min value negative, no, point. Blah, max value 0.5, 0. Oh gosh, what have I done? Reset the curve. Min value 0, max value 0.25, points, bang, add one there, add one there. Nice. Make that 1. There we go, so then it like they slowly slow down. Good, 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 good. We also want them to scale over time. We're going to do something like this, I reckon. Scale it back to 0. So we scale up big quickly and then scale back to 0 even quicker. Oh, my brain is so not working today. That's fine. Right, now I want to change stuff like the shape and things. I want to have trails. There we go. That's nice. Can I have it so that the trail lasts longer than the particle? I don't think I can. Gonna make those nice and smooth. If I just set this to 0 real quick, so now we aren't getting any movement, we should just be creating stuff. And now it's not creating stuff. Bruh, I don't understand how particles work in this. If I up the linear acceleration, okay, definitely not what I want. If I up the radial acceleration, that seems more like what I want. So if I set this to like -5. That's more like it. Maybe if I don't use acceleration, can I have just like a radial velocity? Angular velocity, maybe? Wait, what did I set orbital velocity? What's the difference between angular and orbital? Right, I want them all going in the same direction, which is down, I guess. Ah, okay, so if they're all... If I up this... No. I guess angular velocity is rotation, isn't it? So we definitely want that to stay the same. We don't want some initial velocity because we don't want it... Or maybe we do want some initial velocity. And then the angular velocity... Not the angular velocity, the orbital velocity. Whoop. What on earth? Ba-da-da-da-da. Let me turn off trails real quick. Aha. Let's turn off one shot. Make it emit. There we go. Okay, that's something. That's something. Okay, so with an orbital velocity, like so, maybe it is linear acceleration that I need to change. I need to drop it. Or maybe not. Because if I up... No, they're just spinning away to the left, so it's definitely not what I want. It makes me think it has to be radial acceleration. And I want it to accelerate inwards. Is that doing what I want it to do? I don't want a curve on the acceleration though, I just want a curve on the speed, the radial velocity. Bam 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 bam. Okay, tell you what, let's set this back to 0 for now. So that means these aren't going to move, they're just going to scale up and down around the thing. Good, good, good. So if I take the radial acceleration and drop it down, oh my gosh, yeah. That's bringing stuff into the middle. Dum 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 dum. So if I set the lifetime, doodaloo. Can I set like the lifetime of an individual particle, but the duration of a particle effect to be different? Ooh. There we go. Here we go, we're starting to get somewhere, starting to get somewhere. Can't go smaller than 0.01, that's annoying. So let's increase our radius. So we are 40. Yeah, there we go. Set lifetime down to 1 again. Why are the trails stretching inwards? Well, I can delete this guy now, because I don't need it in here. Four, 10. That's so random. But now I should be able to set the orbital velocity. Yeah. I guess not. I can't be the only person who's confused by this. I can't be the only person who's confused by this. This doesn't make any sense at all. That doesn't make any sense at all. Like, why would it be the case that as soon as I add some angular velocity, the acceleration just is not as effective? I have to like crank the acceleration, even then it looks super ropey. Whoops. There we go. Make sure I haven't got any modulation. That looks way more red than it should be. Don't want turbulence. Don't need a sub-emitter. Don't need collisions. Oh yeah, this just feels so much more difficult. I'm on the struggle bus right now. The particle system feels not fantastic. God. Could you imagine me trying to write my own particle shader? I only just wrote my own first normal shader, like... Yeah, I like Unity's particle system much more compared to this so far. It's, it just feels grim, like it doesn't do what I want it to do. It makes me tempted to just create a like draw them all. That's true. That's true. My pain point at the moment is like it's probably just because I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to have a particle that spins around and like moves into the middle, with an overall lifetime of like 3 seconds, but a particle specific lifetime of like half a second. I can do radial acceleration to make it come inwards, but the moment that I try to make them like spin with some angular velocity, it completely messes everything up. Not angular velocity, sorry, that's the wrong one. Orbital velocity. It just goes nuts. And then when it does balance out, it doesn't actually do the thing. It's just like it keeps spinning around the outside. What does lifetime random actually do? Particle lifetime randomness ratio, the equation for the lifetime times 1 minus that times the randomness. For example, scales between 0.6 and 1 of its original value. I think that makes sense, but also kind of doesn't. But like, regardless, this is not it. Where do I increase the time step? Where is that? Where is that? Is it the fixed FPS? If I up that to like 120, that makes it render faster. Which section though? Because I'm well stumped. No worries, no worries. I know I can, whoopsie daisy. On the, sections of the trail, like I can up that massively, that makes it smooth there. That's fine. It's just, yeah, like I can't make it move inwards towards the center if I'm spinning it around the outside at speed, which ideally I want to be doing, because it's like, and even then it's like the trail's not doing things how I want it to do, and the trail doesn't last longer than the particle. It's all like fixed FPS to 1000, just absolutely crank it. Definitely makes it smooth, but still, like, it's not, it just doesn't do what I want it to do. It doesn't, it don't do the things. At least with trails anyway. Cause yeah, like I say, I would be done with this by now if I was doing it in Unity. Which is not like, you know, Godot sucks, Unity's great, because Godot is awesome, and Unity is awesome. But I know Unity, and I don't know Godot, and this is just not good. Everything else has been great. This, not so much. I'm not a fan of the particle system. I'm going to just leave the orbital velocity at 0, have the radial acceleration at like minus 20, no, not minus 25, minus 75. might need it a bit higher than that still, actually. Like minus 85? Oh yeah, but even then, because it's not like, because I've got variation on the lifetime now, they don't all reach the center before they die. So I would want that to be 0 so that they all come in. If I make that one shot, then press... Because yeah, if I like up the duration to 2.5 seconds, the particles just hang around way too long. How much do I need the modularity? It's more just ease of use. Like, I could easily just draw what I want in, or animate what I want in a sprite sheet in like Aseprite or something, but I would just much rather be able to make it here and have it do the thing. It would be more convenient. Speed scale. What is speed scale for? And I'm not too fussed about, like, I'm not porting anything. I'm just trying to learn how the system works, or like how the engine works in comparison, what sort of things I can do with it, how to use the different components. My cat's starting up again. Dude, shush. Chill. But yeah, what I don't mean like where is speed scale, what does speed scale do? Let's turn off one shot. Just make it go. Because I imagine if I set that to 0.1, everything's gonna, yeah, it just changes the speed that things are running at, which isn't what I want. I want it to run at normal speed, but I want the overall particle system to run for 2.5 seconds, but I only want the individual particles to live for 1 second each, or like half a second each, which is, you know, like I say, something I can do really easier. I'm trying to make a spawn effect particle, but Godot's particle system is a little bit more finicky than Unity's. Yeah, I don't need a texture. Oh, my throat is going as well. Oh, geez. Yeah. Lifetime, times seconds that every particle will live. Okay, that's fine. See, that's fine. When enabled, will emit all of its particles once and then never again. That's also fine. Explosiveness. If lifetime is 1 and there are 10 particles, it means a particle will be emitted every 0.1 seconds. Explosiveness parameter changes this. Okay, there we go. This is what I want to know. So if I say I want like 10 particles and I want the lifetime to be 2.5 seconds, if I say explosiveness to 1, yeah, that brings them all in. They all last 2.5 seconds. If I set that to 1, that's cool. It's also cool. So now I can make it one shot, and it should just do the thing. Great, fantastic. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. I mean, that's fine. I just can't get... The trails don't render how I want the trails to render. It feels like the trails are rendering first, or they're based on the sprite that's chosen. Like, it just stretches the sprite. Is that what the trail does? Need to read the docs for the trails. Right, cool. That makes sense. Dum dum. All the different accelerations as well. Orb velocity is used to make particles turn around their center. Spin velocity is not a thing. Yeah, spin velocity isn't on that one. Orb velocity around their center. That's fine. That's what I want. Radial acceleration. Particles are accelerated away from the center. If negative, they're absorbed towards it. Yep, that's fine. Tangential acceleration. We use a tangent vector to the center, combining with radial. Maybe that's what I need. Instead of using a orbital velocity. Whoops. I'm going to turn trails off again for a minute. Let's have this go forever. So I've got radial acceleration and then tangential acceleration. Almost. Almost. Oh yeah, of course, because that's at a tangent to... Acceleration will use a tangent vector to the center. So that doesn't accelerate towards the center, it accelerates at perpendicular tangent to the center. So also not what I want, because I don't want it to accelerate. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do. So if I have the orbital velocity at like... not 1, like 0.25. And then I can... Haha! There we go. Right. So yeah, I just have to slow down the orbital acceleration. Man. I mean, attractors probably would have been helpful. So if I was to do that, would it just be like attractor GPU? Is it only 3D attractors? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. GPU particles, attractor box, attractor sphere. Ugh. No, now I'm in 3D. Yeah, I don't want 3D. I want 2D. Yeah, I guess there's not a 2D attractor. That's fine though. I've gotten more or less to where I want to get to. Yeah, it's just kind of finickety. That's doing the business though. Oh, Jesus. Right, let's read the documentation for trails. If I can even find it. GPU Particle 2. I don't think I want the... Yeah, I'd be tempted to just not use trails because, I mean, actually, that's okay. That's okay. And then I can increase the scale to 0.04. Oh my god, no. Let's keep it where it was. That's fine. Sure. You know what? Sure. Sure. And I will stop wasting time. One shot true. That's fine. So then we get this, and then we spawn in a creature. That's fine. It's not gonna look how I want it to look, but I can come back to it later because I'm wasting time right now. Oh my god, it's already nearly been 2 hours. Jeez. Okay, so I want to add a script to this thing, which is going to be enemy spawner location, or enemy spawner, actually, yeah, let's call it that. Put that under my sprites, no, scripts. I'm just gonna reload the project real quick because my Godot sometimes bugs out. It might be because it's running on ARM chip OS X, but sometimes the UI just bugs out completely, things don't render properly, all the rest of it. So a reboot hopefully might help that. We are going to have a function set enemy, which will take in an enemy packed scene, and we will have var spawn enemy spawn enemy equals enemy, and is there a callback for when a particle finishes rendering? Ah, hello, welcome back. It's been a while since I've done streams, to be fair. But I'm trying to be more consistent again. Doesn't have any signals. I don't think there's going to be an easy way that I can... Particle finishes rendering. What do you mean? There's no, like, property... Oh, yeah. Why would that not be documented, though? Yeah, no, it doesn't have any signals. GPU particle doesn't have any signals. Because that would be in here. Sure. I mean, what I could do, I could have a export var spawn duration, set that to that, and then on ready we can say we can just set the parameters for the particle system like that. So lifetime. Yeah, it is just lifetime. Lifetime equals spawn duration. And we can also just create like a timer and have the callback on the timer. Yeah. When it ends, when the thing's finished doing what it's doing. What I call restart to like start the particle system. Restarts all the existing particles. I guess it just plays on awake, does it? Would be my guess. If it's one shot, there's no... Starts from the beginning again. Okay, cool. That's effectively what I want. Or set enable. Can I... Oh, or set emitting actually, yeah. So emitting equals false. So it's not running, and then when we actually set let's do trigger enemy spawn rather than doing this all in awake. We'll just say it's not emitting. Restart there, and we can pass in spawn delay. As a float. Let's do it like that because I want a default. Yep, cool. Life time equals spawn delay. And then, you know, I'm going to be lazy and create a timer in here. Call it spawn timer, on ready. Which actually I can't do it as on ready. I just want to export it because I'll get a race condition, var spawn timer. There's a timer. And func spawn enemy. We'll say spawn timer dot timeout dot connect spawn enemy spawn timer dot wait time, that's it. Wait time equals spawn delay. Spawn timer dot auto start equals true, because there is also that oh yeah. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Spawn enemy. Cool, no errors. Oh, we're getting there. Could a sub-emitter, that's just like a secondary particle system, no? Or can I use that to instantiate a packed scene? And then also kill the spawn indicator. Ooh, well that's nice. So no, that's not the type of thing I want. That's not what I'm looking for. What did you... yeah, I'm doing it. I don't need to work around. This is that. So we've got a timer that we just set the particle system to last the same amount of time as the timer, and then when the timer finishes, we spawn the enemy, and then in here, this is where we'll actually do our enemy spawning. So let me make sure that I get rid of that. Rather than passing, we want var new enemy equals enemy to spawn dot instantiate lowercase, because we're in GD script, not Unity. And then I want to make sure that I add it as a sibling, not as a child, because I also then want to Q3. Cool. I am going to do a very silly thing. Just on my player, let's have a look and say if input dot is action just pressed, action secondary, I'm actually going to spawn the thing like that. And I could have a... Oh, no, I'm just being lazy, aren't I? Yeah, I'm just being lazy. Let's do this properly. Let's do it like this. Trigger enemy spawn with enemy to spawn and no spawn delay. Don't need to set it because it's got a default. And then on here, let me just go ahead and set the enemy to spawn to be like hex turret enemy. And run the current scene. Oop. Oh, yeah, I need to set the timer. 1, 1, do 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 do. Signal schedule for 4.2. Cool, that is good to know. My thing didn't trigger in the thing, so I'm gonna I'm gonna just go into the main scene. Trigger enemy spawn. Back to main. I'm gonna just drag and drop my enemy spawn indicator into main and plonk it in a place that is not on the player and not on the background. Spawn indicator. Let's drag it over here. Save that and just press play, and hopefully we should see. Oh, something happened and nothing spawned in. Do 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 do. I want that to be 2.5, not 0.25. I mean, that looked kind of cool, but it then did not spawn anything. And I also can't see my mouse, so I can't go ahead and look at what's happening live here. Let's remove the line that does that real quick. Comment that out so that I can take a look at the remote. Main entities. Da, 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 da. My poor little thing killed itself. But yeah, my enemy spawn indicator just, I think this, do I still need to call start? I've had issues where calling start breaks things. It should be one shot. See if that does the thing. Yeah, I've had issues in the past where start causes... Oh, nice. There we go. Start causes race condition. Not race condition. It throws that error, or an error in the debugger for it not being added to the scene tree. And I think that was actually when I was creating timers at runtime instead of all the rest of it. New enemy dot global dot position even. Position. Oh, hold on. Needs a super parent that's in the scene tree. Oh yeah. I can't do control space because it's a Mac. There we go. My player should also be dead by now. Did I just kill both of them at the same time? I feel like maybe I did. Let's get rid of Hexterra enemy. And change you to spawn something else. Pulse cube. He hit flashed on spawn. That's not what I want. At least he's dying. Let's make a whole bunch of them, shall we? Just to see it working. Oh, the lag. Yeah, okay. Particles probably aren't going to be the way to do this then. At least not with trails, because the lag is big. Or not trails that big anyway. I could set it to like 0.1 and set the sections to like 5 and 5. That might speed it up. But that's there we go. I probably want something different actually for how these are spawning in. Maybe I can just boop. No, because I want some indication of where they're going to spawn. Maybe I can do a, yeah, let's do that. Screw it. Kenny's going to come in clutch. Don't you just love it when you do like a whole hour's worth of work and then decide, actually, no, that is not the way that I'm going to do it? Because I sure do. I am going to go ahead and steal the crosshair pack. And we're going to use that to... We're going to use a round crosshair. Spawn in something from that. Kenny is the goat. We stan Kenny. Right, let's figure out what it is that I actually want. PNG white. Oh my god, these are all going to be tiny. I mean, probably that one. That one feels pretty good. Where is that? Put that. Sprites. So I'm just gonna delete that scene completely. We're gonna redo it. We're not gonna redo the script though. So close that. Scenes. Maybe spawn indicator. Or actually, I can I delete that and replace it? Yeah, cool. Sprite 2D. Add an animation. Animation player. Sprite. Spawn indicator. Spawn. Show. Animator. And spawn. Whoops. No, not a tree. Go away. Spawn juice. Animator. You are gonna be my crosshair. Do. Let's go ahead and drop this in. Oh, I've already got loads of them. Save. Yeah, those are too big. So we're gonna, like, I don't know. Maybe... No 2D. .6. Yeah, that'll do. Enemy spawn indicator, you are going to just be a node 2D. We're still going to have those at on ready var. Oh, actually, no, I don't even need to do that because I'm just going to show stuff. I can just... have all of that do that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. That's all fine. Juice animator. Right, let's animate. Flash. And we are going to use my color scheme. We are going to animate the modulation. Paste. I'm going to change the saturation to be more white, and we are going to brighten it up a whole bunch. And we're going to keyframe. Zoom, please. Let's make it 2. No, 1 second is fine. We'll make this, whoops, our red, but we are going to do the opposite. We're going to increase the saturation and drop the brightness. Keyframe. And then I'm going to duplicate this key. Nope, not to there. To here. Duplicate. We're going to make it loop. We're going to make it autoplay. Sure, that'll do. I maybe want it to be even quicker. 0.05. Stop. Yep, that's cool. And then in the show animator, let's just animation new show 0.25. Autoplay. It's not going to loop. Going to get the scale of our graphics. 0. 1. Oh, I need to put the keyframes in. God. Every time. Auto keyframing is something I'm way too used to. So 1.1. Keyframe. Then like 0.9 keyframe. Amazing. And then I want to put my spawn script. Where is it? Enemy spawner. Bang. And we'll also have a func process. I will say rotation plus equals, I don't know, 7.5 times delta. Oh. Yeah, let's add that timer back, shall we? One shot. Plonk. Save. And let's go on all of these and set our enemy to be pulse cube. I think we're there. God damn. What do you mean enemy to spawn is null? What do you mean? What do you mean? Did I forget to save the main scene? No. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Also, that's rotating way too fast. Dum 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 dum. Oh yeah, and I wanted the juice animator to scale a little bit as well. Juice animator. This one. Scale of like 0.8. Keyframe. Keyframe. 1. Keyframe. 1. Duplicate. Sick. But now it just doesn't want to instantiate the enemy because it's null. Why is it null? I literally have said it. I've said it right here. God. Let's just delete those. Drag a new one in. This is fine. Come on. Oh, sugar. I don't want you to have the script. No. No. Detach scripts. There we go. Scenes. Enemy spawn indicator. Bang. 2D. Move. What is this? Get out of here. There we go. No, cannot call method instantiate on another. Oh, of course it can't because I haven't said it this time. Guys, I'm losing the plot. I'm losing the plot. Pulse cube. Bang. Pulse cube. Bang. Pulse cube. Bang. And you know what? Let's check in a couple hex turrets. For good measure. Hex turret. Bang. Hex turret. Bang. Save. Play. If this gives me a null exception now, I'm going to... Hey, there we go. Good stuff. Woo. Amazing. Okay, we have a working spawn point. So now, theoretically, I can go onto my main camera and... Not my main camera. Attach a script to this. Let's delete all of these. No, not child node. I want to attach a script. Scripts. Create. Let's have an onReady var entity container equals entities. That's fine. We can have a and spawn prefab, which is going to be of type packed scene. We can have enemies or spawnable enemies, which is going to be an array of packed scenes. Cool. Am I under time limit? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm gonna make use of this. Contents. Main game scene, spawning mobs, because I want to know how it's doing it. It's still using path 2D to spawn them on the outside. Ah, I don't want to spawn them on the outside. Godot get position inside area 2D. I don't want to do that. I don't want to use tile map. Do 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 do. Oh dear, getting sleepy. I mean, sounds like a plan. I might do the same. Goodbye, thanks for coming. Enjoy your sleep. I'll probably wrap up soon, to be fair. I think we're just going to want to get a random position, aren't we? So let's create a timer. It's going to be my enemy spawn timer. And we will just go ahead and add a timeout callback on our main. We are going to say our enemy to spawn equals spawnable enemies randi it's not rand pick random. Ooh, can I do that? Is that a thing on an array? It is. Oh, that's beautiful. Sweet. So then I can say var spawner equals enemy spawn prefab dot instantiate enemy spawn prefab dot global position. Let's do it like that so we can enemy spawn enemy spawner get rid of this ready because we don't need it anymore. Main as enemy spawner dot global position equals vector 2 randi range 0 like 1 to 80. It's not going to be 0 though, it's going to be like 50. I will just say 1 to 100. Randi range again 50, 1 to 100. I think that needs to be negative though. No, positive y is down. Positive y is down. enemy entity container dot add child enemy spawn prefab. Nope. And then enemy spawn prefab dot set trigger enemy spawn enemy to spawn. Oh yeah, spawner and spawner. Great, and then we can go on this timer. We can say auto start is true, or set the wait time to like 3 seconds, so we get a new enemy every 3 seconds. And actually, you know what? Let's then say, oh no, I don't even need to. Yeah, forget it. That's fine. That is fine. Cool. Let's set this up. So we've got our pulse cube and our hex turret. Spawn prefab. Spawn indicator. Okay, let's see if this works. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Dummy. Oh, there's one. Sick. Oh, got another one spawned down there. Why are they all spawning out there? They're all spawning outside the scene. No. Oh, of course. Yeah, it's. Bleh. I am such a dingus. Negative width is 600, but actually, yeah, negative 600, 600, and this is going to be negative 300, or negative 275, 275. Go with that. There's one. Whoop. Clicked outside the window. No. Cool. Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff for me to like figure out in this for sure. Like in terms of rendering order, getting stuff into the tree in the order that I want it to be in as well. That's going to be a whole thing. This is cool though. This is cool. Oh. Guys are still spawning outside the map. I wonder if I can get, like, world bounds. It's a static body. So maybe I can have on ready var world bounds equals world environment slash world boundary. I mean, I suppose I can't get a position inside a static body 2D. That doesn't make any sense. We'll just make those even smaller. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got some working components. Ow. And that would have been me dead just then. Okay. Let's do a super speedy because I'm hitting the end of my wakeful state. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. We've made good progress. So I think next steps for this are going to be a solid refactor of a lot of things. I might off stream just start everything from scratch. Now that I understand a little bit better how this works, we might rebuild the whole thing from zero so that where I can get the components all working a bit more functionally, and it shouldn't take as long to do, touch wood. Because, like I say, I understand a little bit what I'm actually doing now, which is cool. So, yeah, that might be the move for next time. We'll restart, get everything built from the ground up, introduce the actual finished game loop, and it should be, touch wood, on good form. But with that, I want to say thank you very much for everyone who stopped in and watched. If you haven't already, make sure to wishlist my game Tilelands, link in the description. It's coming out in a couple of weeks. If you liked the video, leave a like, subscribe, all the usual shenanigans. And I should be back at some point next week. Thanks very much. Cheers.